Thanks so much for watching my Wraths and Favors implementation demo. Before getting into the demo here, I just wanted to give you a high-level overview of why I decided to include Wraths and Favors on my recent works. First of all, just for context, this was a game jam game that I actually made in 9 days. And I made it primarily to explore the high-level functionalities between Unity and Wise, and specifically on game sync features between things like health and low pass filters, sanity and music pitch, fun things like that. So you'll see a lot of RTPCs in this technical breakdown, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first functionality that I wanted to go over is the health-based low pass filter that occurs on most of the sounds in the game. So if you look over here within the master mixer hierarchy, we have the mono master bus and stereo master bus, of course, but within them, we have a lot of buses here that are organizing the sounds that happen in the game. So down as we go through these, you can see on all of these, there is a voice low pass setting that is connected to the player health RTPC. And that basically says that as player health drops from 100 to 50 to 0 here, that this low pass filter is going to increase from 0 to 50, which gives us our effect. Okay, sort of the same idea as the health. Player sanity affects the pitch of the music in the game. So as you can see here on this RTPC on the music switch container, the playback speed of the music is actually attached to the player sanity RTPC. So as the player sanity drops from 100 all the way down to 50 to 0, the playback speed actually lowers. So that lowers the pitch. Okay, so this one is a little more complicated, but this is the audio priority system that I created within Wraths and Favors. And the point of the system is to make sure that the player hears the enemies that they need to hear based on what they're looking at. And the enemies that they don't really need to hear, the ones that they're facing away from, are the ones that are going to be attenuated and quieted down. So the way that the system works is Unity basically passes an RTPC into Wise based on how much the player is looking at a specific enemy. So this value goes between 0 and 3. 0 would be the player is not looking at all at an enemy. 1.5 would be something like you're facing 90 degrees away from an enemy. And 3 would be that you're looking directly at an enemy. So it passes that value between 0 and 3 for each enemy in the game. And that, as you can see here, is held in Wise as an audio priority RTPC. This affects the mob actor mixer here, so that is every mob in the game. And it affects the makeup gain. So if you're facing completely away from an enemy, that would be negative 192 of gain, so you wouldn't be able to hear that enemy, basically. At 1.5, it's about a 0, so it's original volume. And then all the way up at 3, if you're facing an enemy directly, that would be, plus 12 of gain, so that you can really hear that enemy. And then, of course, that also affects priority. From 0 to 3, it goes from 0 priority to almost 95 priority. So you'll definitely be able to hear the people you're looking at, and you might lose the sounds of the people who are behind you, but that's okay. And then voice low pass. So all the way up here at 3, we're getting no low pass, and you're getting the full frequency range of those enemies. And then as we lower, you get almost a 50% low pass on those enemies that you're not looking at. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. I hope you like it. Okay, so the last fun thing that I want to go over is the weapon sound in Wraths and Favors. So it actually is made up of 4 different parts. There is the weapon fire head that you can see here. There's a weapon fire tail. There is a ghost breath sound, and there is a ghost tremor sound. And each of these is a random container with 3 different options of sounds to play. So the head, the tail, the trimmer, and the breath actually has 5. And those are all in a blend container. So basically, what this whole system does is each time that I play the gunfire sound, it will randomly choose a head, a tail, a breath, and a trimmer in order to make up that gun sound. And each of these have very specific delays on them so that it all lines up on time. And basically, and those also have unique pitches that are randomized. So you will almost never hear the exact same gun sound in Wraths and Favors.